Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. Live on hot7025fm.com.
It's your main man, 360 the Poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hi. Hey. What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On hot7025fm.com.
Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
It's your girl, Miss Connie, coming to you every Wednesday at 5 p.m., discussing the levels of intimacy. What's your naked truth? Stay tuned in to stay turned on. See you at 5. This is Miss Connie from Levels of Intimacy. You're tuned in to Hot 702.5 FM. What's up, everybody? Happy first of the month. It's your girl, Miss Connie LV. I am here once again on a hump day. It's a wig off Wednesday, and it is that hour. It's Levels of Intimacy, the happiest hour with your girl, Miss Connie LV, and I'm here for the naked truth today. So make sure you grab your beverage choice and come on in here and sit down. I'll be drinking on a good pineapple mixture here. Actually, a mango natto in my nice cup here. If you like to inquire about merch coming in, okay, Connie is coming in. I'm pulling it all the way together, you know? So definitely we want to keep a little bit on chill, because when you in that season, okay, you know you need a little cold drink, and not necessarily the ice. So it keeps it really chill, you know, just a small little promo real quick on that. And shout out to Fancy Teas for even putting me on. That's my sublimation person. That is the person who actually is helping me in this journey. Like, what in the world? You know, what do I have out here for you guys? So, yeah, make sure you grab that. Come on in. And let's talk about it. Welcome, everybody. If you don't follow me, please make sure you subscribe, follow, like, share, leave a comment. And if you really want to be verbal about your opinion or share your business information, make sure you dial in at 702-551-5261. We'll be taking calls after 5:30-ish. So, yeah, definitely call in. I got a little bit of conversation here, but I'm definitely here, you know, for the one-on-ones. Also, hopefully I will be having a call in from one of the small businesses that I've collaborated with this week. And it's so funny how people are so passionate about their businesses, but afraid to show themselves. So you can't be afraid out here to show yourself in business, because you got to be able to share the information, guys. So I am here for you as always. If you would like to come on, broadcast, talk about it, or just call in if you don't even really want to be a part of a visual audience. So hopefully she'll be calling in a little bit later, and I'll introduce that business. But like I said, if you have anything that you would like to talk about, the naked truth, like, help us, okay? Help us. If you are in the herbal world out here, if you are a woman with a remedy, if you are, you know what I'm saying, something healthy that can help us out, fun, activity wise, but don't call here getting on our nerves. Okay. So that's a lot of nerve because I always got something to tell somebody. So I'm gonna take that back, but definitely I had a call today about a herbal, what did she say? A holistic vendor event that she's what do you go to? The farms? Like farmers market. Farmers market full of herbally blended products from different distributors and brands. Just kind of bringing that together on a vendor event effect. So what is it? Choices Counseling. That's Stephanie. She mentioned that. So I look forward to that as well, because we always want to know what's happening out here. And the naked truth is the government is like shutting down, honey. So listen, stock up on something natural that you can swoop up, make up on yourself. We don't really know what's going on out here in this world today, but I will tell you this, that I am a Las Vegas resident. So I do have a memory of what today is. So we definitely want to pay our respects to all of the families and everybody who was just involved in the whole October 1st situation and that anniversary. They had, I know, a little bit of a memorial service down at Government Center, like an anniversary event where everybody come together. I guess that's kind of like our Twin Towers type thing for Vegas. Well, not Twin Towers, but you know what I'm saying? It was like our 911. It was like our 9/11 in Las Vegas. So not to even make light of it with a smile, definitely, that hit kind of close because my son is a veteran. He is in the military. He was affected by that. That was actually his friend. So I definitely wanted to pay respects to not only that family, but everybody that was involved, even the workers. I have workers that work over at Mandalay Bay, and that was it was a lot, everybody, like, as you know. But it's just so crazy because it's almost like, is this the season? Is this hunting season? Because it's a lot of nonsense to go on around this October-ish month. So just make sure you be careful out here. Gun violence is at its highest. Okay. I don't know if you should have one. Yes, I got to be careful what I say. But listen, just be safe, okay? Because you never know where you're going to be at, what's going to go down, okay? The naked truth is it's dangerous outside. That's the real deal, Holyfield. That noise in the background was the fan, but I don't even want to turn my fan back on because I already know it's going to be a situation, but I feel it coming, y'all. I feel the hot flash coming. But before we even start on that whole process about me going through menopause and these hot flashes, because you're going to hear it every week. I can't help it. I can't control it. But guess what? Everybody calling me about the conversations. So it's been a long time since I kind of tapped in and pulled the cat out the bag and gave a little bit of information. It's bedroom candy. You do know I am your bedroom boutique consultant /11002. If you are looking to host a party, if you are looking for a level of education. And I think, like, even we discussed last week with Carice about, because there's no sex in school, I have to start incorporating these.
There's no sex in school.
I mean, no sex education in school.
Po children.
Because there's no education about it in school, I feel as if I am that auntie grandma. Like, it's time to have some flower power parties because it's time to have real conversations right now. I just read about a 13-year-old girl who had a baby. And yeah, it's just crazy. I just read about another 14-year-old girl who got pregnant by her father.
I mean, but this isn't new. This is stuff has been happening. It's not
it's just newer to me because I'm dealing with a girl. I've never, what I'm saying?
It's just more alarming to you because now it's relative. It's related to your your circumstance?
I don't know. I just know it's a lot going on. I'm watching. Maybe here I go again. It's just my whole algorithm, because today I was watching how they is trafficking the Ghanaian women over to India as kids and trafficking these children. So it's just a lot. But I know you got to have a conversation with these babies because they getting caught up. Look at the roadblocks. My grandbaby played roadblocks. And I always was like, what kind of game is this? Look at the lawsuit going on with that. Look at the Boy Scouts whole situation. It's just like, good Lord. Oh my God. But definitely it's time to have conversations about education. It's definitely time to have a conversation about presentation. Okay, so I got a call. I get a lot of calls, but I got a call about a product because if you follow me, you know that I had a busy weekend this week. I had a vendor event. And I mean, I really had a good time at this vendor event. At Purpose Serve, I went down by way. Fancy Tees was the one who told me about it because she's my client. So this is how you got to keep the money keep it circulating, because Fancy Tees was coming to get her hair done by me. She told me about Mona's Kitchen. Shout out to Mona's Kitchen with that good barbecue chicken. And Mona's Kitchen told me about the vendor event with these two girls from LA. I never even heard about this place, but it was a really, really nice salon. If you are a salon professional and you are looking for a place, listen, I don't know if it's out your way, but check out Real Bundles Beauty Bar down off of Nellis. I think it was like Nellis and Bonanza. And when I signed up for the vendor event, I didn't even look at the address. So once I got ready, it was on the way, I realized like, oh my God, okay, this is pretty far. Definitely coming from Summerlin West area. But I appreciated it because I knew that I didn't know the area. I probably wouldn't know the audience, so I wouldn't see the same people. So this is why it's important for us to do these vendor events all over the place. Invited a few girls, but I know there was 2 other vendor events going on that were big and major, which I hope everybody did good at those. But it allowed me to go down and check out these 2 young, beautiful African-American women with a really, really nice space, guys. And I am all about a venue, you know, despite what, if I talk about it or not, Intims.C private and cozy events is still out here, you know. That's a whole nother story. I had an event with that this weekend too, but really, really nice venue. They had private suites. I'm thinking it started off, they were selling bundles. They came down and I think she had 4 available suites already, but it was huge. So I'm definitely looking to do a little bit of collaboration. And vendor event wise, she could almost have an expo up in there. It's really big, and it's like triangle shape, which is really functional if you want to do a show, a fashion show. But make sure if you reach out to them, let them know I told you about that. Yeah, I don't even remember their names. I really hate that part, but that's goes with being an old lady. But the name of the business is Real Bundles Beauty Bar. So let them know that Connie sent you. Yeah. And while I was down there with Mona's Kitchen, well, Mona had a vendor event. I met another really cool chick, Lit Lemonade. I wanted to definitely give a shout out to her because she had everybody lit off the lemonade. Okay. That's another really good business. Make sure you Google her. She was ready, came in, no nonsense, made her money, and it was what it was. Fancy Tees in there with all her sublimated items. If you are a business owner and you need merch, you need to put your name on something, listen, Fancy Tees and Things, Michelle Lipscomb, that is your girl. She does bikes, motorcycles, she does everything. I'm like, I didn't even know you could put all this stuff on, you know, but it's not my world. So it may sound crazy that I don't know, but it's, you know, sublimation is not my world. You already know who I am. I'm the vagicator. Okay. I sell lube. I create solutions to problems. Speaking of my call. So I got a call and it was a concern about presentation. And it was like, okay, as we get older, okay, first of all, we got to be careful of all these products that we use. I don't know all the depilatory creams out here, but I do know of Nair. What's another depilatory cream? Nair.
I just get waxed, and I told you that's what we doing moving forward. It's Connie. So what is it called? The hard, soft, something wax?
I don't know.
That's what we on.
Right. But listen, sometimes you gotta you gotta stick to, okay, grandma recipe. Sometimes all this convenient traditional stuff be a lot of trauma. You know, all these quick fixes end up with long-term issues. Okay. So yes. What's up? Okay. Stewart.
Maybe that was the name you were looking for earlier, perhaps? No?
Stewart?
A street or name, something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's off of Nellis and Stewart.
Okay.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm like, who is Stewart? Now, you know I done lost my mind. Thank you, Michelle. So, no, wait, what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, she was just calling. So, you know, if you call me, what?
I'm just listening to you. Go
If
ahead.
you call me with a problem, I'm going to try to find a solution in my bedroom boutique consultant mindset. So, hey, you know what? As we age, there is a procedure called vaginal rejuvenation. But guess what? Everybody not for this invasiveness. So there's some level of personal care that you can do to help yourself out. First off, ladies, I think we need to start soaking and taking more baths. Not washing up in the tub. That's what people have to understand. The bath is for you to soak your body and holes and areas, underbellies, underboob, like make the water high, okay? Like soak everything. Get your shoulders as we get older. You know, you think hitting in that shower, letting that water hit your shoulder is doing something, but no, you need to sit down. You need to sit down in some water and listen.
I just want you to tell you what ChatGPT says about that.
Oh God, what does ChatGPT say?
It said neither showers nor baths are inherently better. It depends on your priorities, such as thorough cleansing, relaxation, or skin health. Showers are genuinely better for deep cleaning and are more hygienic, and this is specifically for women, and more hygienic and environmentally friendly by using less water and energy. Baths offer benefits like muscle relaxation, reduced stress, and skin exfoliation, and are useful for delivering beneficial ingredients like bath salts or oils or specific skin or health conditions.
Point proven. Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because you said
Skin
you said you get cleaner with a bath.
No, it wasn't about being clean. I said you don't cleanse yourself in the bath. You soak. You soak your body.
Yeah.
Then when your skin is soft and supple, you can get in the shower. Because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to sit and soak in my Epsom salts, my honey, my milk, whatever is going on. So you can give yourself a milk bath. You can give yourself a honey bath, a lemon bath.
I like baths. They're just relaxing and stress free, and too you can get your oils.
Man,
but
that's why everybody heals so crusty. Get in the tub.
But I also will take a lot of showers too throughout the day. But it's just it just depends what the time frame that I'm on too. So like if I'm like, okay, I done woke up an hour late.
Yeah, you're gonna jump in the shower.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump
bath
in the shower.
is a night thing to me. Or a day off thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's
a lot of, you know what? I've looked at some new houses, and they don't even have bathtubs in there.
See that.
But so I don't think it's terrible, because I think exfoliating and like oiling your body is now different, because now you have all these natural things that you can use. So I feel like it could be both. But I'm gonna need a bathtub.
I just feel
but some people don't.
Like me and my girl Cordy say. What Leslie White say? I just feel like if you on a level of play, you got to sit your behind in some water.
What's a level of play?
If you're on a level of sex play with a partner, you need to be in some water, soak in the tub, then rinse in the shower. Exactly. Thank you, Leslie. That's what you do. You wash.
Yeah. But what I'm sorry. You were saying something, and then Leslie said something else, so it kind of made me forget what you were about to say. You were saying a level of play.
Yeah.
And then what was your
because
statement?
this is the thing. When I have most of the conversations, there is some sexual activity involved. You know, so especially when they call it with the bedroom candy. No, this was about bedroom candy. Mm-hmm. This was about vulva care, the lips, the vagina. Like, this is what this was about. As we get older and we use these different things to kind of let all the air out the balloon. You know what I'm saying?
I need to know, because I need like detailed description, because what is really going on?
I'm saying when it go from fat to flat.
Leslie said this Vegas water hard as hell, and you know what? And I want to tell you, and I want to say this to you, Leslie. And it's like, if you don't own a home that where you can buy a softener. Like, I literally just had to buy a dang water filtration system for my new business today. Okay,
right.
But just thinking about,
you do need a water.
But just thinking about the
minerals.
Like, if you're renting a home, or if you're in an apartment, it's like difficult. It's like, how in the hell am I supposed to get soft water when it's hard ass water out here?
Yeah,
you know, it kind of sucks. So Leslie, you right, girl.
But yeah, I'm just saying, you got to sit and soak in some water.
I think that's also, and also, I think that's an old people thing.
It is.
Yeah.
This, come on to the old people.
And I'm saying that because, and I'm only saying that because, like I said, now these freaking homes don't even have the bathtub. So it's,
and that's why everybody heals is hard. I don't care how much money you got. I pay attention to stuff about these people.
That's why you're healed. Well, this sounds like a 76-year-old conversation right now. Where your mama at? Because this is what we're talking about.
If you don't get in that water, and see, this is what these men talking about, that air smell, that butt air, that upper butt. Almost all them showers.
That has to do with what you're eating and what you're putting.
No, the BBL smell don't got nothing to do with what you eating.
It's not all the BBL smell. People be.
I'm saying they need
people
to take
have
baths.
those. Yes, and it has nothing to do with the bath. That doesn't have to do with a bath. That has to do with what you're eating, and it has to do with what type of lotions you're using, what things you're putting on your body. Those are all the things that make your vagina stink.
Man,
to give you what you said, the back
butt air when they get
yes. That has to do with
how your
vagina smells, but that has to do with what you're eating and what you're drinking. If you're drinking whiskey every day,
you gonna smell sweet and taste even better. Let me tell you something now. Don't get
Connie, I'm not talking about you specifically.
No,
but also too, like, if you drink dark soda all the time, if you eat a lot of like yeast things, like you know, you just have to pay attention to and then too, like your lotions, like all those things go into your body, and they have to come out somewhere.
No, honey. They say even your knees smooth, honey. No, Connie do not play.
They said what?
Nothing. Don't keep going.
I know you the queen of trying to kick somebody when they down, child. Let's not do that. I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying specific, like in general, like those are some things that could cause, you know, those problems. And then you should probably talk to a licensed professional if you having those problems.
Okay, or you can take my suggestion. Take you a nice warm bath and some milk and honey.
That's gonna cure your relaxation.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you feel relaxed. Gonna make you smell good for about 10
minutes.
Go
to the bedroom. I'm gonna drop those links in there for my vulva care and rejuvenate oil.
The rejuvenation,
yes. So those
what
things.
What does the rejuvenation oil do?
So the rejuvenation oil does just what it says: rejuvenate. Okay, because sometimes, like I was mentioning, we go a little bit too hard in the paint with these different products. And so when you use all these different things to take all the air out your behind, you got to be able to pull it back up in there. Okay. That sounds like some real old lady type stuff.
This is what type of time you on, come Miss Connie.
No, I'm about to read to you exactly what the product does. Let me get my glasses. No, because everybody ain't got time for a copay, a doctor's visit. Listen, I can get you there. So the Rejuvenate
don't have time
oil.
for a
Oh, look
copay?
at that. It's temporarily out of stock.
What?
Doggone it.
Oh, you sold them all?
Yes.
Dang.
Listen.
They out there rejuvenating like
They
crazy.
are. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Our Rejuvenate Me Restorative Oil. This is bedroomcandy.com/11002 if you like to order. Is a blend of 100% natural essential oils and vitamins with a myriad of uses for restoring, soothing, and reviving your skin, as ChatGPT said. Benefits include moisturizing dry feet and heels. Hello. Alleviating shaving and waxing irritation, which that's what we mentioned. Okay. And nourishing scars and stretch marks and more. Okay. It includes glycine soya. It's a soy, everything is natural. Avocado, hemp, a little bit of kernel, a little apricot, tea tree. Listen, you got to order it. It'll tell you exactly what it does. But the specifications is that it soothes, nourishes, and revitalizes that tender skin, especially if you got a little bit of extra thigh. Everybody don't have no air between there, and some people don't.
What? I'm trying to figure out
Some
this
people don't wear
I'm trying to figure out this airy
panties all the
situation. Child, I can't.
I think, okay, so how do you feel about that? Should people wear panties all day, every day?
It depends on your vagina. It's not the same
Do you
for
sleep
everyone.
in panties?
No, I don't sleep with no clothes on.
Right.
I cannot sleep with clothes on.
I cannot sleep with no clothes on
Especially
either.
now. I can't even. And the thing is, that I'm not a bonnet hair person.
Yeah, I can't do none of that.
I can't do nothing.
I can't have my ears pressed down.
However, okay. I do have to wrap my hair up a little bit.
So it's off.
So it's off my neck,
Yeah,
child.
yeah.
This freaking perimenopause is serious business.
Oh,
It just got me hot at night.
oh, excuse me.
It doesn't normally happen. It only happens at night.
Excuse me. I wasn't aware that we had accepted that we were in perimenopause.
Yeah. I'm very transparent about it, but not really. But what I'm saying is I get hot. I'm not going to, I take that back. Let's rewind.
Right. I was like, I didn't realize that we were.
But no, I cannot. I do not like a bonnet. I do not like to wrap my hair. But I just found a cute way to wrap my hair because it got to be off my neck.
Yeah. But listen, that was that rejuvenative oil. Okay. But don't slip on this as well because, we always have to seal people. So along with that, we have the Revitalize Me. This ranges in the $24 range. It's an all-natural intimate skin balm made with quality ingredients. It is designed to soothe, protect, and calm sensitive and tender tissue, balancing your pH to restore your intimate area's natural ecosystem. Okay? Ciao. Deliver moisture, WAP, and get immediate relief for dryness, itching, redness, burning, and general discomfort in your intimate areas. Can be used daily or as often as needed. Okay, but this is not for internal use, guys. Please. This is specifically to soften and restore your intimate areas, your vulva, your penis, your testicles. So this is not just a woman-based product. I want to let everybody know that. You know what I'm saying? The men can use it too.
What, getting waxed or shaving?
Yeah, if you're getting waxed, you're getting shaven, or if you're working out. A lot of times we work out, we're a little bit chafe. If you have a little bit of weight, there's no air. You got to open up the blinds. Nowhere. Okay, no. pH balance contains beeswax, no latex compatible. And please store it at a good temperature. It's 100-some degrees out here because it is balm based. So those are two products. I'll drop them in the link later. It's Revitalize Me and our Rejuvenative Oil. Those are the bomb.com. Rejuvenate Me and Revitalize Me are what they're called. But those two are bomb.com products along with some hot water. Okay?
Okay.
Now you can shower. I'm not saying don't shower, but I'm saying is that if you are feeling as if your skin is dehydrated, you sometimes need to sit and, soak in some water, especially if you don't have spa experiences, especially if you don't have a water softener. I'm just trying to give you the affordable route. Okay. So for $50, you could literally go from flat to fat. Okay, and guess what? Have a party, be the host. You can build up your credit and not even, make enough sales I can make enough sales with you and your friends. And listen, it could come as a whole host item and you not spend $1. But just let me help you get where you need to be, because we got to have a more personal relationship with our private areas, we got to take care of ourselves inside and out. Speaking of which, I wanted to also promote this product here. It is Miss C Moss.
Oh, yeah.
Sharing
she sponsors one of our shows, Undrafted All Stars Sports Show.
Okay, good. Yeah. So yeah, this is hopefully she should be calling in. I told her to call in at 5:30. 702-552-5261. No. 70.
First of all, it's on the bottom of the screen. Second of all, it's 702-551-5261. 702-551-5261.
Girl, see, that's what I'm saying. Just be the old lady stuff like that. I just be one number off sometimes. One number off. Yeah, but I came across this guy in the salon and I don't know, he ended up giving me, I sent her the right number though. He ended up giving me a sample of her product about 3 months ago. Okay. And so, I was like, somebody that said, CMOS, and it's a Black owned business. I'm here for it. Then when I saw her presentation, I'm always like, I love a good presentation. How long have you been dealing with this business?
I actually have spoken to her a few times, but
when or the daughter?
When?
Okay.
Yeah. And she was very nice. She is very sweet. It's probably been months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they in the fellas talk about her every week on their show. So yeah.
Okay, good.
They really like their products. They use it every day.
Yes, and I even got my son and my granddaughter hooked on it now. They like, hey, we got to take our CMOS. But she was the first person I came in contact with waters, because I always have bought the CMOS since COVID. It started with my homegirl. She used to make it back home, and then there was a spot out here. And then, and of course, what's his name? The guy at the swap meet, Terry. So I always send people to Terry to get CMOS too. So that's another good CMOS business. But I ended up coming across her because she had the waters. No one had the waters. And when I got a taste of this water, it was just crazy. The way it quenched my thirst and everything. So I ended up giving my friend a bottle last night. And I didn't even buy it for him. I actually was mad he even saw it. But, I'm trying to be in my soft girl season and share.
I'm sorry, you gave who?
I gave my friend my bottle of water that I had bought, because I bought half a case, but ended up selling them all in the salon to, different people. I was like, listen, sell it to everybody so they'll know about you. I could just pick up an order later. So she ended up selling out all of the bottles, literally, I think, but about one. And I ended up buying, two. So I ended up buying those two, and I was like, I'll pick up the rest. But my friend ended up taking some of the drink and had never had CMOS water as well. He had only had the gel. So we just sitting there and we talking. He's asking me about my day. And he took like a gulp, and he blinked, and he kind of rocked, and he was like, whoa. And I was like, what? I was like, nah, there's no alcohol in that. He was like, babe, I felt like something just came over me. I said, what? I said, like, what? He said, like, my vision just got clearer, because at this age, we gonna find a Negro with a pre-existing condition. So he is pre-diabetic.
Boy, oh boy.
I think I may be too, because I told him to take my blood pressure after he took his. And he looked at me. He was like, he ran in there and got me a pill. Was like, baby, you need to take this pill because you got high blood pressure. I said, no, I don't. I had just I was like in the middle of eating a red velvet cupcake. And I swear I was making life decisions like, is this my last cupcake? Do I stop eating the cupcake right now? And I was like, no, test this other arm. And then it was fine. So I don't
Boy.
But no, seriously. He said when he drank this, I guess, there's some type of fogginess that you have over your eyes when you are dealing with some level of diabetes. And when he drank the water, instantly, he could just feel, almost like a cloudiness came off his eyes. He could see. And I was like, well, let me call her and give her the testimony because that was a lot. It was so crazy, how he just was like, what was that? And so I ended up calling her and she was like, hey.
That happened to me first time I had sativa.
Oh,
like I felt like I could see, child. Like,
hey, sativa will take you there.
And that was the very first time. And anyway, that was my experience.
What's up, Lachelle? What's up, Leslie? Hey guys, thanks for tapping in. So yeah, no, sativa is every day. It's always, if you keep it going, it's gonna do the same thing. Okay. So let me read to you what because I'm thinking she's just nervous to call in. She says, it is the Moss mission statement. Miss C. Moss is dedicated to advancing holistic wellness through the highest quality wild-crafted sea moss products. Our mission is to promote health and vitality by combining the healing power of the ocean with a commitment to integrity, sustainability, and innovation. We strive to educate and inspire our community, encouraging balanced lifestyles and mindful living, guided by the strength and elegance of our crowned seahorse emblem. We aim to set a standard of excellence in natural wellness. Through responsible sourcing, exceptional customer care, and continuous innovation, Ms. C. Moss seeks to be a trusted leader in the wellness industry, empowering individuals to achieve their best health and well-being. Okay, that was really well said. Thank you for sending that, Wynn. So listen, guys, make sure you check her out. What I appreciated is everything was priced in angel numbers. So, she is located at 4343 North Rancho Drive, Suite 106, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89130. And her information is 727C Moss. You kind of can't even
put it down just a little bit. There you have it.
Yeah. 727C Moss. So if you can, or scan that QR code. But yeah, and she got a bunch of different flavors. And you know what? She got ginger shots. So what do you do? Her sea moss, her water, or her shots?
I've had this sea moss before.
Okay.
But I haven't tasted a lot of the products, to be honest. And I really need to get over because she's off of like Rancho and Craig, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she delivered our product. So if you put your orders in early enough, I think she will deliver, or I think you got to be, know somebody to know somebody. So you know me now. So just let her know Connie sent you. Make sure you place that order. Pour into this queen, this goddess, because she giving goddess energy, y'all. But yeah, so she got juice shots, ginger shots, and if she does stress that if you like specific items, that you're trying to create a plan for yourself and that things that you need to incorporate daily, you can give her a customized recipe and she will create that for you. So she has a few on her page, but she definitely goes off the beaten path. Whatever you want to add, however you want to do it, she's willing to create that specific recipe for you. So yeah, shout out to Wynn and Miss C. Moss. It's a mother and daughter business doing dynamic things. And shout out to Earl and Jackie, because that's how I even heard about her. And that's another thing I wanted to touch on this weekend about just the great collaborations, you know what I'm saying, and being authentically in business. Working under an umbrella, a brand that, is not always about us, definitely hyperdrives me for me and my people and how we move so we can be on these grand scales as well. So make sure, y'all, that we investing in people. If you buying the same thing that somebody else make, Like Rick Ross say, if you see your friend post and you don't like the picture, you're an automatic hater. Like, you going liking everybody else's stuff, and maybe you don't have time, but when you do, just do it, because I got to get better about that. I don't have notifications on my phone because I get distracted a lot, but I'm gonna get better. And if it look like I ain't liking your stuff, add me on the story, because if you add me on the story, it's gonna click me and I'm gonna add you and I'm gonna promote you. You know what I'm saying? This is a big business, but we got to support each other. You know, we got to tag people. We got to let everybody know. Like I said, if you got a business, make sure you reach out to Michelle. Leslie White, she's on here. She has a lot of admin skills, so she works very well with the entrepreneur. If somebody is looking for somebody to do a little bit of clerical on the back end, and she's a travel expert as well. So if you have a group of people, you want to create some type of travel dynamic, make sure you reach out to Leslie. But me, I'm your educator, okay? Let me take you from flat to fat. From dry to wet. Let me help you promote yourself. You know what I'm saying? Think big. Let me help you get your merch on. Let me help you live your best life. Let me help you show up with smooth knees, baby. That's how you know the pineapple is getting thin. But yeah, no, that's real talk. I definitely want to say that. And guess what? You know what? If you got about 45, 55 good minutes in you, and you can come on here and have a few people follow you and talk to you, hit up Hot 702.5 Icarice and get you a show. You know what I'm saying? Come on here.
No.
Oh, no.
No, please email us for an interview process.
Because we ain't for everybody.
No, and we do not accept all shows. So,
Okay.
you know, if you're interested in having a show, please understand that I'm going to want to know, like, what is your content going to be like? You know, what the format of your show? Are you going to have a host? And then two, most importantly, like, do you have good energy? Do you have good vibes? And then two, are you a go-getter?
Okay. Okay. It's not on Indeed. It's right here.
We will have some positions on Indeed here very soon, though. But yeah, so that's what we're looking for. You know,
And that takes us into our last topic. Who does the rules apply to?
What rules, though?
That's what I'm saying. It's rules to this game. You can't just think you're going to come here and sit down. That's what she just said. So who do the rules apply to? Do the rules apply to you? In the great voice of my friend Cordy, she said, if Nick can't tell you what to do, he can't tell you what to do. If he can't tell you what to do, he can tell you what to do. So what is the difference in the person that can or cannot? You know, and that's just so funny, because I said, how come everything that's wrong make you feel so right? Like cupcakes.
I don't know. Cupcakes really don't make me feel right, because I know they wrong. And I don't really like I don't really like pastries that much. I really only like German chocolate cupcakes. I only like German chocolate cake.
Like real baby. It's the same thing.
You know what? I just recently ate red velvet. I do not like pastries.
Chocolate with red dye.
And don't take my black card. I ain't never had peach cobbler. Yeah, don't do that with your eyes. It's something about wet fruit for me. But my grandma used to make the best peach cobbler, and I used to just eat the crust. Crust was so good because, you know, homemade, whatever. Anyway, I like sweet potato pie, German chocolate cake, and that's it. I never wanted a birthday cake. Don't ever buy me a
Christmas dinner.
I'm a Thanksgiving baby.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Literally.
That's the only time. Yeah, you like, give me some sweet potato pie. But I feel you, because I'm not a cobbler person, but I do love peach cobbler. Crazy story is, I had an event and the chef played me on the peach cobbler, and I ended up having to, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Or what happened?
Well, you know what? I'm not sure who's listening, so it just didn't happen. Okay, so it was supposed to have been somebody that I didn't know the food, I had heard about it. And so I went on word. And once I was able to get a hold of it a little bit before the event, it was a no. And then by then it was too late. So my mother is a baker. My mom talked me through that whole peach cobbler. When I tell you, this was not no basic party. These were big people. Everybody wanted to know who made the peach cobbler. I was like, hey, friend. Hey, Tasha. I was like, the chef made the peach cobbler, because sometimes you can't tell everybody you everything in the business.
that you the chef, you the owner. Man, child, listen. I think that's absolutely the truth.
No, you can't. You just got to get the job done.
Yeah, it used to be. Man, listen, for the longest, a white man who used to wear a red hat owned Hot 7025, and you know what? I let him own it. Okay, he owned it, and I'm okay.
Listen,
that was that. I'm nothing else.
I got a wedding coming up today. Paid the balance, and I'm just like, oh Lord. I just had a situation with an event this weekend. It's like,
why? What happened? Do you want to share or no? You don't have to.
I will. Wondering. You know what? This is the naked truth, and you know what? This is who I am. Mm-hmm. And this is not really a good reflection, but it's just real business. So I literally had 3 events this weekend, back to back. Okay. I had the Cannabis Awards. I had a venue downtown that needed to be decorated under Intims.C events. I had, and the vendors event. Mm-hmm. So I literally knew that I had 2 events on one of those days, but I had the wrong day. So as I finished up the vendor event, had a great, successful event. I'm lit off the lemonade. Me and my friend, we getting ready to go to the park because that's that day. It was like really about to go crazy raining. I was like, oh, is it going to rain or can we hang out at the park? I get a call and they like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, hey, what's going on? Because I'm thinking they checking in for tomorrow. And they like, well, no one showed up. And I'm like, showed up for what? And she was like, the decor. And I was like, well, that's tomorrow. She was like, no, it's now. I literally went into straight panic. Okay, this party been paid for. I even subcontracted it out to and shout out to, I didn't forget her. Shout out to Mimi. Okay, Mimi Decor. And that is my girl. That is my balloon girl. So her and I had an event downtown, and I paid Mimi Decor because I knew that I was going to be pushing it with all of these events. And me and her, we worked so good together. I told her deliberately the wrong day, not even knowing. So I called her like, oh my God, Mimi, you never going to believe this. And she was just as calm. She said, what's wrong? I said, the party tomorrow, it's now. She was like, you said it was tomorrow. And I was like, no, it's literally like right now. It was 5:38. I was supposed to set up at 5:30. I was like, please tell me you have the arch ready. And she was like, no, but I can get it ready. And I was like, oh my God. Because I'm 5-star. I'm 5-star on Google, Yelp, everything. And that's all I kept thinking about in my mind was like, and this ain't no little people. These ain't no basic, not nobody's basic, but these are professionals. This is upscale. Like, you really missed the mark on this upscale event. How, Connie, like you not one to really, to move like this. Long story short, Mimi shows up. Mm-hmm. My homegirl, Nina, she calls me in the midst like, hey, her and I, we always had these little round table dinners. She like, what's going on with you right now? I was like, literally, I'm in a crisis. Like, the event I told you is tomorrow. It's now. She was like, girl, oh my God, do you need help? I was like, I'm literally about to lose my mind. Everybody knows me, how I panic about in business. She was like, I'm on my way. She meets me downtown. Mimi meets me downtown. I got my friend, him and I. He like, listen, I got this. Go and handle that. We go in there like Charlie's Angels and we get it done. But when I left out, I knew I had missed the mark. So I said, I really apologize. I'm so embarrassed for my unprofessionalism. And I just don't even understand how I did it. So I sent half the money back. I was like, I just don't feel, And then, I discussed it with my partner, with my friend. And he was like, it's really bothering you. he was like, well, I'm just listening how they talking to you in business, Connie. Like, you respect it. He said, me being in business, what I would have did, and he gave me his opinion. And when I woke up that morning, I mean, I slept on it all night. I just said, you know what? I'm just thoroughly embarrassed. I sent all the money back. And apologized. And they was like, Connie, now we respect that. Like, we appreciate that. But I've done so many parties for him. They was like, we don't hold this against you. We will work with you again. But, you know, big ups on you knowing you kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? And here I am like, yo, like, what is going on? And it's literally, I hate to say it, but I am operating like I am perimenopausal, but I am menopausal. And I remember in my car putting this in my Gemini assistant Google thing, and my mama called me and I did not complete the task, did not go back to finish the task. The days get to wandering. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying, handling business, getting handled, and boom. Now I'm like, oh, hell no, I don't want none of it because I look like I'm not handling my business. And so that was that. And I was just like, this over, Connie.
I think the worry of an entrepreneur when you want things to like go perfectly, like even us being here in our temporary office until our new office is finished, like I'm not feeling it. Like I'm not, and it's not that I'm not feeling the office. It's just I'm not feeling the aesthetics.
Right.
So like I'm over here pushing. Like I'm like, fire inspector came last week. I'm like, okay, how quickly can we get this, going? Because I'm like, I want to have the best presentation. So, and then sometimes we're down on ourselves, and sometimes we just drop the ball, and and sometimes it's our fault, and sometimes it's beyond our control. So
it was definitely my fault, and I was like, yo.
But did you let it go now that you've rectified the situation? You've apologized, you've refunded, you've done everything you could to try to.
What's crazy is I still paid my vendor, so I was out of almost $600.
Turn your mic
off.
Turn it so that we can hear you.
I was like, so it literally, I was out of $600. You know what I'm saying? Which had me scrambled and, just like, oh my goodness. So, and then after you fall into a depression, you got to go to sleep.
That's the only thing you could do. Sleep or eat something.
I got to go to sleep. Yeah. It's just like.
Yeah. Well, what? Just at this point, you try to do it whatever you could to rectify it. You just got to set yourself free from it. Because, sometimes we'll be in that position where something we did or said.
I'm ready to retire.
Something we did or said 10 years ago. We'd be like, dang, why did I say that? You just be in the shower, just mind your own damn business. And then all of a sudden you think about that one thing 10 years ago that you could have said differently. And you're like, dang.
No, that's how it was with you and your husband with the tea. When I got in the car, I was like, that was so ignorant. And I thought about my mother. She would be like, you know what? You're so ignorant. And I didn't raise you like that. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why would you say that, Connie? But then that's when I realized that I'm bipolar and I have multiple personalities.
And what's interesting is I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, and I was
we'll talk about it afterward. But what I'm telling you is that that's your own subconscious. That's what I'm saying. It's like your own subconscious. You have no idea what I have no idea what you're talking about. Critic. But we all are. Yep. And I'm saying sometimes we have to give ourselves grace. Sometimes we have to be like, you know what? I dropped the ball. I'm going to make sure that I put this in my calendar properly. I'm going to make sure I do so and so. And all you can do is correct it for the next time. It's like you can't dwell on it because it's already gone. It's the moment is past.
The reality is that you literally got to stop and take care of yourself, because in the midst of taking care of yourself, everything will prioritize. Mm-hmm. I was off with my nails, off with my feet. Normally when I'm sitting getting my manicure, my pedicure, I know what I should be doing.
But that's what's important to you. So everybody has their own.
Yeah, they sit down time.
Yeah, everybody has their own time that is. Yeah. It could be maybe they time with their family. Maybe they spend time with their granddaughter. Maybe it's like, I like to go to this baseball game, or I like to go to watch this basketball game, or get your nails done, or get a pedicure.
No, but I'm saying, I think you missed what I'm saying. I'm saying is I have to have some sit down quiet moments so I can remember to do all those other things, because that's all I've been doing is all those other things. And then I'm looking down at my toenails.
Yeah,
like,
you have to
girl.
have self. Listen, Sunday and Monday, don't nobody call me because they know those are my rest days. I do not talk business, do stuff on Sunday or Monday, and I only do work 3 days a week. So for me, it's important to like have that time. And I realized that early in my entrepreneurship because I was working and doing
because your mind go a billion miles per hour.
I was doing too much, and at the same time, it's like it's important to understand. Like, you know what? Your brain will move and operate quicker when you're rested.
Yeah.
When you're calm. You know, when you're at a peaceful situation, everything will happen quickly. So don't be hard on yourself. Like it's gone. It's in the moment. We moving along.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I was really embarrassed. And
now you got your pen on.
I am, and that's you see how when I get overstimulated, when I get stressed out, overstimulated, I think that's when the hot flashes come.
But that could be anxiety. That sounds like anxiety, not menopause.
Yeah, I have been dealing with anxiety too for a very long time.
Some ashwagandha. Didn't we talk about that a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, don't work with whiskey. And I really love whiskey.
Take the ashwagandha. Forget the whiskey.
I've been drinking college.
Jeez.
Wait, what Tasha say? What Miss Doctor say?
She just said she needed that message.
Okay, yeah, we do. We be doing a lot, friend.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. I didn't even speak about him today, but if you check the records, the wife knew the president before she knew him. These people playing in our face.
The wife knew the oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah, see,
that's a whole nother.
Yeah. But we waited to the end.
Do you think? You know, I'm gonna have to cut this off as soon as we finish. Is she?
Listen. Let me tell you something. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And let me tell you something. It don't matter if you're loving on yourself or somebody else. I sell lube, but I'm gonna tell you something. Stay woke.
Stay woke, and shout out to all you federal workers that have to go to work even though you're not being paid. Like I'm sending you love and healing energy. For real
talk.
And shout out to those people too who need their benefits.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to anybody who needs benefits that's not gonna get renewed because the shutdown is going on. Okay,
and we say that for the last 4 minutes so they can stop flagging us. But we love you.
And where are the rest of the Epstein files?
Hello. Okay. I ain't see. And let me.
Right
damn.
Here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. High 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot 702.5fm.com.